Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the 11th episode of the Substitute Podcast. Um, this episode is going to be a bit different in that it's going to be split over the course of several episodes. So I guess this episode is going to have 5 or 6 different parts. And they will be released, obviously, today. And they will be released every couple of days throughout the next couple of weeks. So I guess I should explain what the purpose of the podcast is. I mean, that's probably why you're here. So basically, I'm trying to, as the 25th anniversary is occurring, and they've announced the set list for all the reprinted cards, I thought it would be a good idea to go back over the last 22 years for English, and just basically find out, with the help of others, what is subjectively the best card from each year, and then at the end, put all of these cards up against each other in a knockout tournament, similar to kind of the things you've seen on Instagram, and find definitively which is the best card ever produced in English. There's a few rules that I need to tell you about. The first rule is, like I said, anything that is included has to be printed in English. Nothing against Japanese cards, it just complicates things when it comes to main sets, because there's so many Japanese exclusive promos that I'd love to include. And maybe in the future I'll do something that's Japanese exclusive, so maybe if you want that, let me know. The second rule is that there is no base set Charizard. Reprints of the Charizard are allowed, such as Evolutions or Stormfront or whatever. You'll probably see those mentioned later on. The reason I've done this is that, kind of objectively, it is the best card because of its notoriety, its value, its like recognizability. So it's an iconic card, really. It's the Pokemon card. So I thought I would already say that that's the best card ever printed, just because of its a status, really. So I have omitted that. It's the only card that's off limits in English, and so that's not there. And then the third thing I've got to say is, if for any reason we don't include your favourite card from a set, or you think that we make the wrong decision, I'm sorry, but it's very difficult to do this. There are multiple sets where, I would quite happily choose multiple cards, and I've done this kind of year format. There's also other categories as well, such as so there's every year, but then there's also things like the best Crystal card, the best Gold Star, the best WOTC promo, the best promo other than the WOTC promos. There's other ones like the best. So I've done holiday sets, so there's like the best Hidden Fates card and stuff like that. So this comes down to be 32 categories. We'll have a knockout tournament, which will be the last episode, and we'll crown the winner. So I think that's everything I need to explain. The first part, it will be included in this video, and I am discussing basically everything from WOTC start, so 1999, to the end of WOTC, which is Skyridge, so mid 2003. And there's also Wizards of the Coast Black Star promos and Crystal cards in here too. So without further ado, I will hand over to my slightly past self and Nicholas, Pokemon Monroe, and we will chat, and hopefully you will listen. And if you disagree, like I said, comment down below. First up, chronologically, is the Wizards of the Coast era. So I needed some help deciding this. So I brought in Nicholas, who you might know as Pokemon Monroe on Instagram. So if you want to say hi.
Hello, hi there.
So obviously you've been on before, but thanks for coming on again to help me.
No problem. Thanks for having me again.
You answered my call when I said I needed help on Instagram, so I appreciate that.
Good.
So yeah, we'll start at the beginning, which is, it's nice and easy for WotC because you can start right at the beginning of English Pokemon. So that's base set.
Base set.
So I will have mentioned in the grand intro that base set Charizard is exempt from this competition, purely just because I think, based on popularity, value, and how iconic it is probably the best card of all time.
Yeah.
But also, it's not my favorite card in base set anyway, so that does help with Yeah.
No, it's not my favorite either.
So yeah, what is your favorite then? I guess I should ask.
Well, I narrowed it down to two. One is a non-holo rare, which is Dragonair, which I think should have been a holographic. The other one is just because it's nostalgic for me, because it's the first ever pack of base set I opened. I pulled a holo Zapdos.
Yeah.
And it's a legendary bird, and it does 100 damage. And yeah, I think it's quite. Actually, I think it's a very underrated card.
So I didn't collect cards much as a kid, but my sister did, and I have like a very vivid memory of the base set Zapdos.
Yeah.
Um, I was like I didn't really have any of the hollows, so yeah, I'm happy to go with either of them really.
Yeah.
I agree with you. Dragonair should really have been a hollow because
Yeah.
Haunter got the hollow treatment in Fossil, even though
Yeah, it did, didn't it? I keep
Gengar is
forgetting
also in
that.
Fossil.
Yeah. I mean, Zapdos made me the popular kid at school because nobody else had it. So the one time in my life where I was Mr. Popular and going around with my Zapdos that did 100 damage, everyone's like, "Oh, I'll trade you for my Blastoise." Or yeah, well, I was like, no, 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 I'm keeping my Zapdos.
That's fair. I'm happy to go with Zapdos for base set.
Mm.
It's a bit of an out there choice, but I think it's a good choice.
Yeah.
When I say it's out there, it's not Blastoise, which I guess would be
Yeah.
most people's second choice.
Yeah. Well, that was the card my brother pulled next to me when I pulled the Zapdos.
Well, the rest of 1999 is nice and easy for us because it was already decided by Instagram. So I put out a poll for Jungle and Fossil, and for Jungle, Jolteon won, and for Fossil, Dragonite won. I'm assuming the hollow versions. Again, like I didn't specify whether it was hollow or non-hollow or first edition, so I imagine it's just whichever version. Most people would probably want the hollow first edition versions though, if they could have any.
Yeah.
So I'll go with those.
Yeah, I do like Butterfree for me in Jungle should have been a holographic.
Yeah, there are lots of cards that have strange choices for either not being hollows or being hollows. I think.
Yeah.
Like
no, exactly. And the Japanese, they got Mew in their fossil version, which was really unfair because we ended up getting it as a Black Star.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the Japanese got it in their set.
I don't understand why Arcanine's not hollow. It really should have been.
Yeah, yeah.
But well. Right, so the next thing to do is decide which is the best card of that year.
Yeah. Difficult. I put down
I'm tending towards Dragonite as my favourite.
Yeah, the Dragonite is really, really good.
I think purely from like a design point of view, like the rainbow colours in the background, like I really like it.
Yeah, I was torn between Mewtwo from base set and I did have Dragonite. It was really high on my list as well. And obviously Zapdos, but no, I think Dragonite should probably actually win it.
It's interesting. I mean, I'm sure Charizard would have won if it was in there, but there are plenty of Charizards like throughout the list, obviously, because
yeah,
lots of sets have good ones, and even in the WOTC era, I'm sure you can imagine that there are a couple coming up.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's 1999. So 2000 was the next year, and 2000 consists of base set 2, which will be easy because we can probably ignore. Rocket, Gym Heroes, Gym Challenge, and Neo Genesis.
Yeah.
And I feel like we can discuss, but I think I already know what your choice is going to be for the best card of the year. But base set 2, I mean, base set 2 is all reprints.
Yeah, so I didn't. Yeah, I figured we wouldn't need to cover that because it's all reprints.
Yeah, so I'll just skip over it. I put forward the Growlithe from base set 2 because why not? It's not gonna win anyway, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, no, good choice. Good choice.
So next up is Rocket.
Yeah.
And so Rocket was the first set to have a secret rare. So Dark Raichu I think's up there.
Yeah, Dark Raichu is a really nice card, isn't it?
Yeah, I've made like a little short list as well, but it's not that detailed. I basically just picked like the first couple of cards that jumped out at me.
Yeah. Well, I thought Dark Dragonite should get number one in the set.
So I also have that down as well.
Yeah, or Dark
Um,
Dragonite.
So I don't own many WotC cards, but one of the ones I do own is a Japanese Dark Dragonite, and it's so nice.
Yeah.
It's at PSA
it's
right now,
card.
so hopefully it
Yeah.
coend back a decent grade.
Yeah, I used to own one. I did buy one raw, sent it to PSA in first edition, and I did end up selling it, but yeah, it is what it is.
Yeah, I'm happy to go with Dark Dragonite if you are. As we seem to agree.
Absolutely.
So up next is the start of Gym. So obviously, the first one is Heroes is first, right, and then Challenge is second.
Yeah, that's correct.
I'm making sure I got it right. So Gym Heroes has lots of nice cards in it.
Moltres.
I picked out Blaine's Moltres and Sabrina's Gengar.
Sabrina's Gengar, yeah, I picked those two.
I feel like it's one of those things where like we're discussing, but at the same time, most people will know what the popular cards are from these sets.
Yeah. I almost got a Sabrina's Gengar, and in the end I didn't, just because I don't collect Gengars. It is a lovely card, though. Really, really nice card.
It's the one thing that Jim does really well is lots of holo, which makes them obviously hard to grade, but it makes them look very nice.
Yeah, no, absolutely. What else was in Heroes again? Was Charizard in Heroes? Was that in Challenge?
Yeah,
that's in
Blaine's Charizard's in Challenge. Yeah,
it is in Challenge. Yeah, that's the one.
I mean, the thing with WotC as well is like I say it's quite easy to pick a couple of cards out of the sets, but like there is a lot of good cards, and because they're nostalgic, a lot of people will have like definite favorites that we won't mention. And again, if you think that we've made a bad choice or have a definitive opinion, just leave it in the comments below. I'm happy to chat about it.
Yeah.
What else? Gym. See, I think Gym Challenge has most of the good cards of Gym, personally.
No, it does. I really like Rocket's Mewtwo.
Yeah, I have that down for the next one as well.
Yeah, and Erica's Venusaur as well is another one I really like.
Yeah, I look at the set list now. Like, Erica's Dragonair is a nice card.
Oh yeah, Erica's Dragonair, of course.
I've
got that in Japanese from my childhood in a 9. A PSA 9.
I saw you got a bit of a tangent, but I saw you got a lot of your cards back from MGC recently.
Yeah, no, I'm really pleased with those actually. I felt that they graded a lot more like PSA, whereas I haven't got my cards back from Get Graded, which have been with them for about 12 weeks now. Pokegrade took a week to get back, but I felt they were really hard on grading. But no, I felt that MGC graded quite like PSA, and I mean I thought they were going to be a lot harsher, but no, I felt that they were quite fair with their grades.
Yeah, I was watching some PSA return videos this morning, and it seems like, despite what people are saying, like PSA don't seem to have got stricter. They seem to be. I was like predicting along, and I seem to be right most of the time. So, which is usually a good sign that they haven't got more strict, because all of the cards that I have from PSA are from like a year or two ago. So.
Yeah, I don't think it'd be, because I mean, if you look at the really old cards they graded, they have a bit more whitening on them at times, even in a PSA 10. And then when you do come, the more they've graded, they have got a bit harsher over the years. But now they're sort of, I feel that they're at that point now where they're sort of, there's no reason for us to get any harsher, because most 10s are pretty flawless.
Yeah, like especially when you're grading modern cards, like they, for the most part, in most sets anyway, they come out, well centered, no whitening. So I've seen a lot, because of the timing. I've seen a lot of like Sword and Shield base, like late Sun and Moon, and like Rebel Clash and Darkness Ablaze cards coming back, and the print quality on those was fine. Be interested when like Chilling Rain and Shining Fates and start coming back, but yeah. So we have to choose between Blaine's Moltres and Sabrina's Gengar then.
I would go with Sabrina's Gengar.
Yeah, I could get on board with that. Is Sabrina's Gengar in Japanese has like a graveyard in the background, doesn't it?
Does it? I don't.
There's definitely a Gengar card that has like something in the background that is edited out in the English version.
Yeah, if it does, if it does, I don't really realize that.
Maybe it might be a different card. I could probably wrong, but like obviously there's been lots of examples of Japanese cards that then changed for the English market because
Yeah, I think the best one is the Grimer. It says looking up the girl skirt.
Yeah, I actually do own that card, and when I got it, I was like, oh, because I bought someone's collection, I checked it on eBay, and I was like, why is it so expensive? And then I looked into it, and I was like, oh, okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, it's quite funny.
Right. Well, Sabrina's Gengar is for Gym Heroes, and then Gym Challenge. So Gym Challenge is I would say better set wise.
Yeah, and I would go for Rocket's Mewtwo. Be fair.
Yeah, I love Rocket's Mewtwo. The only thing that I have about it is that it has the most text on it of any card I think ever.
It does have a lot of text, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's because it's got 3 attacks as well. But
yeah,
some honourable mentions. Blaine's Arcanine. It's a great card.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Erica's Venusaur, like you mentioned, is good. Giovanni's Gyarados is also cool.
Yeah, that's really cool.
I completely forgot this set had 2 Gyaradoses in it for some reason.
Misty's Gyarados as well, isn't it?
Yeah.
And Misty's Golduck as well was another good one.
That was the pre-release, wasn't it, Misty's Golduck? Was that the?
It's a one. It's in the set, I think. It might. It's the one where it sort of looks like it's swimming in the holographic. Really hard. It's very pale hollow. Very hard to get in a 10. It's always been notorious for print lines.
Yeah, Rocket's Mewtwo. I'm happy to go with you on that one.
Yeah.
The other option for a lot of people would be Blaine's Charizard, but I'm not a massive fan.
Yeah, no, not a fan. I did have that in Japanese in a 10, but it just, I just like I said in my previous podcast, I just sold all my Charizards. I'm just not interested.
And then we have Neo Genesis, which came out in December of 2000, so is part of the year 2000. And I mean, I can probably guess what your choice is going to be.
Well, my favorite card for 2000.
No, your favorite card from Neo Genesis.
Oh right. Well, it's actually between 2, and it's either the Lugia or the Pichu.
Yeah. So I really like the T17.
It is a nice card.
But I think purely for its iconicness, I think it has to be the Lugia.
Yeah, it has to be the Lugia.
It's the Gen 2 Charizard, isn't it, really?
It is the Gen 2 Charizard, and yeah, I mean, you can't go wrong with that card.
I think that brings us on to the best card of the year. I also think that should be the Lugia.
Did I put that down? I put Ancient Mew or Lugia or Southern Islands Mew.
So
the Southern Islands Mew has got Southern Islands Mew's got a Charizard in the background and the Pidgeot.
So I do actually have a wild card category.
Yeah.
And in both in that category is both Ancient Mew and the Southern Islands set.
Yeah. But yeah, it's a tough one. I put all 3 of those. Probably the Lugia, to be honest. Yeah.
Cool. Well, 2000 was a good year. I think it's fair to say.
Yeah.
And then in 2001 we had another 2 Neo sets. So we had Discovery and Revelation.
Did Destiny come out in 2002?
I think so.
Okay. I should have known that.
Let me just.
Do I have a Neo Destiny card?
Yep, Neo Destiny was February 28th, 2002.
Ah. Okay.
So, 2000. I didn't realize 2001 only had 2 sets, but it also had Southern Islands in it. So I guess it technically had 3.
Yeah. So I've got here just oh yeah, no, that's right. Sorry. Correct. Sorry, carry on.
Yeah, so Neo Discovery, um, lots of nice cards in Neo Discovery. It
Yeah.
has, again, weird choice of hollows. It has a Houndour and a Houndoom hollow, and they're both different types, which has always been
Yeah.
weird to me. There's also a Magnemite hollow, which I never really got.
There's unknown hollow as well, isn't there? Is there an unknown hollow?
Yeah, it's Unknown A.
Yeah. Um yeah. Um but the one that does it for me is Umbreon with the moon in the background.
Yeah, no, that's
Because
what I've got
it
written
is
down
my
too.
favorite. It is my favorite Wizard of the Coast card.
Yeah, I've got that written down too. Um,
Yeah.
as I also like the Politoed. I think the Politoed's really nice.
Yeah, Politoed's lovely. Really nice card.
Um,
Those cards aren't hugely. I mean, compared to the other Neo sets, they're not really hugely expensive, are they? But apart from the Espeon and the Umbreon, the majority of them are actually it's the cheapest set.
yeah,
It's the least popular set.
it's because, and it brings us nicely onto Neo Revelation, is that Neo Revelation is the first set with Shining cards in it.
Yeah, yeah,
Um, and so my first thought here was to go for Shining Gyarados because it is like the most iconic card from the set.
yeah.
But then I realized that the Houndoom is in this set.
Yes, that is. And the other thing is because I'm a massive fan of the legendary dogs. I love Entei, Suicune, and Raikou, and I just found that Shining Gyarados and Houndoom, who aren't my favourites, so have got the better cards. I mean, the artworks on those two are fantastic. The Houndoom, especially, is absolutely fantastic.
So a bit of a spoiler for later on, but the Houndoom. The only reason I didn't choose the Houndoom from this set is that I think the Houndoom from Aquapolis is better.
Which is that card again?
It's basically like a more extreme version of this one's, like on the top of a mountain.
Yes, yes.
So I went for Shining Gyarados just because of its significance. But
Yeah, I put Shining Gyarados as well.
but yeah, I mean, I say I could be swayed, but if we've both got that down, I guess that's probably the one.
Yeah, either that or Shining Magikarp, which is also pretty good.
Yeah.
But yeah, Shining Gyarados.
And then we have to choose between Shining Gyarados and the Umbreon
Oh, for
the year. Yeah.
oh, for me it's Umbreon. I mean, yeah, it's Umbreon for me.
Yeah. I mean,
I'll probably lose on that one to a lot of people, but yeah, to me it's Umbreon.
I have no strong feelings either way because I'm not a massive fan of the Gyarados. I picked it more for its like significance, but
yeah,
you know what? Let's go with the Umbreon. That
yeah.
wins 2001. So 2002 is the last Neo set, which is Neo Destiny.
Yeah.
Which is, I think, a lot of people like it, but I think it's slightly underrated still. But it has the light cards in it. Shout out to Light Arcanine.
Light Jolteon.
Yeah.
That's a stunning card with the Togepi with it.
Light Light Togetic's also a good card. Light Dragonite's also cool. It's got a lot of nice cards in it.
Yeah.
But despite all of the light cards, it also has the majority of the shining cards in it.
Yeah.
And I think it's probably going to be one of those.
Well, for me, it's Celebi, Shining Celebi. I absolutely, I think that card's just, it's one of the few cards where he actually looks, I know Celebi's smiling, but it looks like he's actually making an aggressive, sort of about to make an aggressive attack.
Yeah, I didn't realize until recently that Dark Celebi in Team Rocket Returns is almost basically a reprint of Shining Celebi.
Okay. Yeah.
You know, obviously it's dark instead of shining, but they look very similar. Yeah, so I wrote down the Charizard.
Yeah.
I also think the Mewtwo has a good shout. See, personally, if I had to own any card from this set, it would be like Arcanine, I think.
Yeah, to be honest, this is one of the sets I don't know hugely well, but I know I've gone through cards, and I mean I've always been a big Celebi fan. The Kabutops is really nice as well. On top of isn't there a Kabutops in this set? Shining
Yeah.
Kabutops, and the Shining Raichu is also really nice. But yeah, I'm a big fan of the Celebi, or the Kabutops actually, because I've always had a bit of a soft spot for Kabutops.
It's an interesting set. Like, I don't know why they put 8 shining Pokemon into one set,
Yeah,
personally. It's a little bit overkill. I mean, I say that, like, we talk about secret rares now being too much. Like, at the time, putting 8 secret rares in a set would have been, like, ridiculous, considering how hard they were to pull. Like, you're lucky if you got one a box.
yeah.
Opening 8 boxes is just unheard of in 2002.
Didn't PokeRev opened an error box, didn't he? Not too long ago.
Yeah.
And they pulled like, was it 3 or 4 shinings in one of the boxes in a box?
Yeah.
And quite a few of the ones with the shinings had a holographic as well with them.
Yeah, it's interesting. It's like we seem to be seeing, like, well, not regularly, but did you see recently there was a Neo Rev box?
Discovery.
Is it? Yeah, was it Neo Discovery that
Neo
had like
Discovery. It was
36 hollows in it?
the girl who does the YouTube channel. 36 hollows in the whole box.
Yeah,
There was a hollow in every packet.
Super Duper Danny, right?
It's just crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, because no one's ever heard of that before. Like, not that I know of, anyway.
I once was watching a TCA gaming video and I heard a story that someone messaged him and was like, they went to buy a Yu-Gi-Oh box, or like buy Yu-Gi-Oh packs from a shop, and Yu-Gi-Oh had secret rares in its first set, and one of them was Gaia the Dark Knight, or what it was called.
Okay, yeah.
And you're supposed to get like one every 2 boxes, but they went to the shop and they got one or two every pack.
Really?
So they bought the last like 15 packs that were left, and they pulled like 25 of them or something. And these cards were super super rare at the time, so they, like, over the years, like, sold them off slowly, and then they graded the last of them with him. But it's crazy. Like, the box must have had like 30 or 45 of these secret rares, and, like, you'd have to buy like 6 or 7 cases to get even anywhere near that.
Yeah.
Normally.
Yeah.
It's
That's
just
amazing.
It's crazy how these things happen, where it's just like random errors. You just find, like, in this case, 20 years after it's been printed.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm happy to concede to Shining Celebi.
Yep.
So we'll go with that.
Cool. Awesome.
So 2002 is another weird year because Legendary Collection is the next set.
Yeah, but that's all reprints, isn't it?
Yeah, so the only thing that you could really say is different is the reverse hollows, the firework hollows.
Yeah.
But personally, I don't think the reverse hollow of any card in that set is going to be better than an Expedition card or a Neo Destiny card. So I think, again, it's probably fine just to ignore that one.
Yeah. I left a blank on that one.
So then the last card in 2002 is Expedition.
Yep.
Which I didn't realise until now is actually known as Expedition Base Set, apparently.
Okay. Well, that makes sense because you get the base sets, don't you, for each beginning?
Yeah.
Yeah. Except for Neo. Oh,
yeah.
That might not be true. But anyway, sorry.
Well, no, it's all Genesis, isn't it? It's not actually called the base set.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
So Expedition, I actually also put this out onto Instagram, and the winner was Pichu, surprisingly, number 22.
Yeah, that does surprise me. Because that Baby Mew is the Baby Mew is fantastic, and the Mewtwo with the lightning around it was the other one I was thinking about. I don't think the Charizard card's a bit boring, isn't it?
Yeah, there's 2 designs, but only one of them comes in a hollow.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, I like the Dragonite in the set as well, which is nice.
Yeah.
But yeah, apparently Pichu was the fan favorite. Who could have called that? I couldn't. It was very close, actually. Most things only had one vote. I think Pichu had 3. So, but yeah. So we have to choose between Shining Celebi or Expedition Pichu. And I don't think it's too hard a decision, personally.
No, is this for card of the year for 2002?
It is, yeah.
I was going to go Lily Pad Mew.
Is it a promo?
Yeah, it's a promo.
So hold that thought, and we'll get on to Black Star promos after we've finished.
Yeah,
After we
but
finish
no,
this
let's
one.
go for. Let's go for. Yeah, I don't know. Shining Celebi's a nice card.
Yeah, we'll go with that then. Right, so there's 2 more sets.
Yeah.
And we won't decide the year winner for this one because it goes on to EX afterwards. So
Yeah.
that'll be with when the EX is discussed. But we can still go Aquapolis and Skyridge.
Yeah.
So before we discuss, crystal cards are their own category. So we'll get onto those after we've finished.
Yeah.
So Aquapolis is the next set. It came out on January 15th, 2003. So just in 2003. A few honourable mentions from me. The Arcanine's very nice. I like the art style.
The Arcanine is very nice. So is Lugia. Although the only problem with the crystal cards is that the hollows aren't very big, are they?
No.
Yeah. But the Lugia is lovely. With it dashing through the looks like it's on a mission.
Yeah,
it's got the lightning in the background and the ocean.
Yeah, like I said earlier, my favourite card from this set is the Houndoom.
Yeah.
I just think it's really, really nice. Who's the art?
It's a nice card. I think I'll go because I'm being a bit biased on the old Lugia. I would go for Houndoom because of the artwork. If I was to make a decision.
Yeah. Well, let's go Houndoom then.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, a few other mentions. The Umbreon's very nice. The Scizor in this set is cool. So is the Ninetales. And I always like Kingdra, so the Kingdra looks nice too.
Yeah.
Right, so
was it this set? Quapolis only had 3 crystals, isn't that right? And Skyridge had 6 crystal cards. Is that correct?
I believe so. Yeah.
Yeah.
Skyridge. Again, E-Series had the weird format, didn't they, where the hollows were like in a subset. So every card was printed, twice. Which I'm glad they got rid of because it was a terrible format in base. Well, it wasn't in base. A terrible format in like Jungle and Fossil, and then they just carried it on.
Yeah, well, it made the sets really large, and all that sort of.
In Skyridge, there's a lot of nice cards. Again, I really like the E-Series for the artworks. But
I'm a massive. I think that Umbreon in Skyridge is fantastic.
Yeah. I agree.
Yeah, I think the Umbreon is a wonderful card. I also like the Celebi, the Crystal Celebi. Crystal Celebi is really nice, and I think there's the Ho-Oh, the Kabutops, and even the Crobat's really nice as well. Kabutops, I think, is my second favorite crystal card from the set.
I think Golem is underappreciated.
He is probably, isn't he? I'm not a huge Golem fan. But yeah, he is probably underappreciated.
That's another card that should have been a hollow in base set. Golem really should have been a hollow.
Yeah. No, definitely.
But yeah, if we're going for hollows alone, personally, yeah, I think the Umbreon is probably the nicest. The Gengar is nice too.
Yep. The Gengar's really nice as well.
Again, another nice Arcanine. They just love. I don't know why they put so many Arcanines into these sets, but I'm not too fussed because it means that there's a Growlithe. So that's good for me. The Growlithe, interestingly, is an uncommon in Skyridge.
Yeah.
which means that it was harder to pack and therefore was unfortunately more expensive when I came to buy it.
Did you get it in a reverse holo?
Not yet.
Not yet.
Actually, no, maybe.
But that in a 10, it would be really expensive in a reverse holo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Well, as we can't decide the year for 2003, we can move on to which crystal card is the best. So we briefly discussed it already.
Celebi. No, actually, no, that's me being biased. I'm gonna go Kabutops.
Okay. I personally think it's Lugia, in my opinion.
Oh, for Aquapolis, sorry.
Oh, it's for all of them, for both sets.
Oh, for all of them. Oh,
Yeah.
right, sorry. Mixture. Oh, no, they're Lugia by far.
Yeah, I think Lugia's
sorry.
the best.
I thought you were talking about just Skyridge. Yeah, no, I'd go for the Lugia.
Yeah, obviously the Charizard is the most expensive. I don't think it's the best.
No, I don't think it's a very good card. So, yeah. It hasn't got much of a background, does it?
No, it's a lot of like orange.
Yeah. Funnily enough, so I own I own a Japanese Crystal Lugia in a 10, and obviously when the E series came out, they stopped printing first edition cards in English, and then in Japanese they started printing first edition cards in Japanese and unlimited cards in Japanese, and the rarest one is the one I've got, which is the unlimited. There's only I think there's 29, 30 of them in a 10. And the English one, there's over 100 in a 10. And the Japanese first edition, there's over 100 in a 10. And yet the one that I have is the cheapest one by far.
Yeah.
Interesting, though.
It is interesting. Because I have some Japanese cards that are like old enough to have first editions, and like finding the unlimited versions is really hard for a lot of them.
Yeah, really hard. So I mean, my card is seriously, in my opinion, undervalued, like massively undervalued.
Yeah, it is interesting, as it's like as soon as you put the first edition stamp on it, people assume that it must be worth more.
Yeah,
but
yeah,
it's just not how it works.
Mm-hmm.
Right, so
I actually got that off a chap from the Netherlands, Kevin. He's got an Instagram, Kevin DeBow. I traded my Shadowless PSA 8 Charizard for it. I was very happy with that trade.
I can imagine, yeah.
Yeah.
So this is probably the hardest category. So we have to pick the best Black Star promo from the Wizards of the Coast era. Ancient Mew, I'm going to say for the purposes of this, doesn't count as a Black Star promo because it technically isn't numbered.
Okay.
So we have everything from the first Pikachu print, like the Ivy back Pikachu, all the way through to the Suicune from the Pokemon Forever movie.
Yeah, that's a lovely card, actually. Yeah.
So yeah, a few honorable mentions. Obviously, the movie promos, everyone knows about those.
Yeah.
Mew number 9.
The one I
nice.
really like. Oh, sorry. Carry on.
I know Mew number 9 is nice. Eevee number 11. The Venusaur that should have been Dark Venusaur.
Yeah, the mountain on the Articuno on the mountain top. What number was that again?
48.
Yeah, Articuno number 48 is really nice.
I had that card. I actually sold it last year.
Really?
Yeah, I bought it for like 20 quid in a 9, and then I sold it for like a lot more than that.
Yeah.
There's also Lucky Stadium, the Pokemon Center. Those are some of the more, I wouldn't say they're obscure, but a lot of people don't know that they exist.
Yeah. The Mewtwo that looks like it's juggling. What number was that one? It looks like it's juggling. It's quite fuzzy. Is it fuzzy? No, there's one that looks like it's juggling.
14.
Yeah, that's a really cool card.
Yeah, I'll struggle to pick one.
Yeah.
Oh, but I guess we have to.
I mean, there's the Eevee Black Star as well. The one with that's the really hard one to grade. If
Yeah.
I had to pick, I'd go for the Lily Mew, the Mew that's sort of lying next to the pond.
Yeah. That's Mew number
Yeah,
47.
yeah, I'd definitely go for that. It's a wonderful, wonderful card. Either that or the Pichu promo from Neo.
Yeah, I had the Neo Premium file that comes with the Japanese version.
Yeah,
Sent that off to PSA, as I did with most things that I hopefully will see at some point soon.
yeah.
Um,
I've got mine over there as well from the file set.
I think the actually the Charizard in that is my favorite Charizard. I think.
I know it's nice. I've actually got. You've probably seen the picture. I've got the one from my childhood all slabbed. I think I got a 3. I don't really care what the grade it got, but it's cool. But I've got one for fresh from the file with PSA. But unfortunately, it's the one with the lowest predicted grade from the file. So
Yeah,
predicting an 8 or a 9.
they're so difficult to grade those things.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah,
I'm happy to. Honestly, I'm happy to go with the Lilypad Mew because
yeah,
it was obviously a Japanese exclusive, and then it was reprinted in Evolutions. So
yeah.
obviously there was demand there. People, even Pokemon, just decided that people should have it. So yeah, Mew number 47.
Is that so? I'm just trying to remember correctly because I've got it in. I've got the expansion 20th anniversary one, the 10, which is actually a holo and it looks fantastic. And then you've got the Black Star, which is a non-holo card.
Yeah,
Was there a Japanese one printed back in 2000 and the Black Star promos era?
yeah, I'm pretty sure it was a holo in Japanese.
Oh right, I haven't got that. I need to find that card. I bet that's really expensive now.
Um, I think so. Yes.
Yeah.
Go on.
I'm trying to get that Lemon Korokoro Mew in a 10, so I can't buy anything else at the moment at all, really. I've got to save my money up for one of those.
Actually, I'd say it was a holo. I don't think it was. I think it was a non-holo in Japanese.
Okay.
There's both a glossy and a non-glossy version.
Yeah.
Um,
I'll have to have a look online, see what I can see what's there and see what the prices are.
yeah, unsurprisingly, it was a Karo promo.
Anyway, well, I thought it was quite exciting. There's this German girl who does those amazing paintings on Instagram. Have you seen her stuff?
What's the account called?
Oh, it's not gonna slide out. Let me just find it. So she does. Let's find her. Apollonia Galleria. So Apollonia, APOLLONIA.GALLERIA. And she does some really, really amazing stuff. And I've asked her to do something for me like she does, but with a Korokoro Mew.
Yeah.
I'm really, really excited. Might take a while for it to arrive though, but it's going to look awesome because it's the best card in the world and the artwork's fantastic. So, very excited.
Yeah, it's one of the things when I kind of like started this, I was intending to put like Korokoro Mew and stuff in, but then Japan has so many exclusive things that it'd just be very difficult to fit them in the right places.
Yeah, the CD promos were really good as well, weren't they?
Yeah.
And I mean, obviously you've got the magazine volume promos, you've got the McDonald's promos, you've got, I mean, there's the McDonald's Mew promo with the Sunset Mew is fantastic card. That's completely dropped in value in price at the moment. It's like it's gone from 600 to 350 for a PSA 10, and it's a Japanese exclusive artwork as well. It's just crazy.
Yeah, I've been noticing that like things have just randomly been dropping in price.
Yeah,
Almost like
might be the time of year.
To be fair, yeah, it's summer, isn't it? People want to go
Yeah.
When I go on holiday, everything's opening up again, actually
Yeah.
fully for the first time.
Yeah. I've been trying to sell my first edition Lugia in the 7 and my first edition Umbreon, first edition Espeon in 9s, and just not even people making an offer.
It's going to be interesting what happens with like demand seemingly going down, but people getting their cars back from PSA in the next month or two.
Yeah.
Hopefully, anyway. I mean,
yeah. I think come closer to Christmas, more people will start buying, looking for something because they'll be saving their money up for Christmas and whatnot. So
yeah. Also,
we'll see what happens.
Yeah, celebrations is going to make people a lot more interested, I think.
Yeah. Well, I'm really trying to get that Cora now because the price has gone down, and I just kind of worry it's going to go up again because it's getting more and more popular again. That card. I mean, a lot of podcasts we listen to, there's always a mention of Cora Mew. Like, yeah.
Well, we're now helping that.
Yeah. Yeah, promoting that card.
Right. Well, thanks for coming on and helping me decide which cards from Wizards of the Coast were, in our opinions, the best.
Yep. No. Thank you again for having me on. And and I'm going to thank you in person for that epic Hidden Fates tin.
It was something, wasn't it?
Yeah, I've never seen 2 shiny GXs in a tin before.
So, during the stream I said I've never had luck like that before, but I actually opened an art set of 3 tins last year, and I packed the Mewtwo shiny and the Gardevoir in the same tin. So it's happened to me before.
Yeah, I've never seen that happen before. So got the magic. So felt sorry for PSA Pimp.
Yeah, it's fine. His second tin was better, so it was okay.
Yeah. Anyway, I've now got I think I've got 5 shiny Eevees now from Hidden Fates. Yeah. I keep pulling either shiny Eevee or shiny. I've got 5 shiny Charmanders as well. Those are the 2 baby shinies I keep pulling all the time.
Yeah, that was the 3rd shiny Eevee I've pulled. I don't know. It's weird because it's like the most expensive. Well, one of the most expensive.
Yeah, it's after Charmander and Charmeleon. I think the two expensive ones, and then Eevee's probably after for the baby shinies.
Yeah. Oh wait, actually, Eevee's dropped quite a lot in price recently. But,
yeah, it's under 100 now for a 10. It's like 70, 80 quid for PSA 10. I think I was checking the eBay prices.
It's about 15, raw, not graded. So
yeah.
But yeah, anyway, thanks for coming on. We'll see how our picks fare in the head-to-head tournament at the end.
Yeah.
Thank
you very much.
I'm pretty sure they'll do okay.
Mm-hmm.
Considering that we have, probably the 2 best Lugias ever printed.
We do.
Yeah, that's it. That's it, really. I don't know what else to say. This will segue on to the next part, which will probably be out in a day or 2 as you're listening to this, and that will be the EX era. I've got someone lined up to come and talk about that, and then we'll make our way through all the way through to modern day, and then we can finally decide what is the best card that's ever been printed in English in Pokemon that isn't base set Charizard. It's a lot of caveats, but
Yeah, shining Mew, Cora Mew.
See,
but it's Japanese. It's not English, so it's not allowed.
That's true. We'll get to the end and we'll just be like, "Oh, here's the winner," but it's not Cora Mew, so it's not the real winner.
Yeah, it'll be Lugia or Umbreon, but anyway, that's my opinion. But actually, no, Gold Star Mew is quite nice. I like Gold Star Mew.
We do have them. Gold Stars are a separate category, just because when you go through the EX era, the EX eras are just jam packed full of really good EX cards, but then they also have Gold Stars, so it seemed a little bit.
Yeah, and then there's the one that's out of everyone's reach, which is the Rayquaza. That's the really, really popular one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, maybe one day I'll get that one as well. Probably not, but never know.
Yeah, you never know.
Yeah.
Again,
Anyway,
do you want to just say where people can find you on Instagram before we go?
yep. My Instagram is Pokémon _ Monroe MUNRO 001. And if, like, again, I will mention, if you like your fishing, I have a fishing YouTube channel called Avron Fly Fisher. If you like fishing, then have a check and see.
I will leave the links down below. And yeah, again, thanks for joining me for the 4th time. And I will see you all for the next part, which is going to be the EX era. So I'll see you then. Goodbye.